Woo! Well, we like to make it tight. That's a heck of a win today. Marshall's a good football team. Chase is a good quarterback. Obviously, made some nice throws. We played probably a superb first half. Offensively, we were right down the field just about every drive in the first half. But in the end, didn't have a real good third quarter. Not sure why. I mean, last year you guys used to come in here and say, "Hey, what'd you guys do in the second half, adjustment-wise?" And for some reason, we got to find a way to get it going in the third quarter. But when you look at it, our goal was to come in and finish the game. And our guys did a heck of a job of finishing it on both sides of the ball, really. That last drive by our offense with 4 minutes to go or 4 and change, whatever it was, that's our 4-minute drill that we've talked about for the last couple of weeks that we have not been able to get that first down. And that big 3rd and 7 catch by Scott Arndorf was big time. They actually gave us a different coverage than we expected. And then obviously Jester's, big catch on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 was a, tremendous football catch and big play. And then, then the defense gets a chance to go out there with, 1 and change and make some big plays as well. We left plays out on the field as well. I mean, we're down on the 1-yard line and we get a holding call. We score a touchdown that wasn't needed. We left some plays out there. I'm also certain you probably guys noticed that Jordan didn't play today, so it's nice to get a W when one of your best players doesn't get on the field. As you guys know, I'm not going to talk about personnel and injuries and all that, so we'll just kind of leave it at that. But expect him to hopefully be ready to go this week, but we'll play that by ear. But Reggie did a heck of a job at stepping up like we expect him to all the time, and played a really good game. I thought defense played lights out in the first half, and I don't know what happened in the second half. I don't think our alignments were perfect, we gave up. Really, when you look at giving up some, one was I think a 15-play drive to start the half, and they made some plays and we didn't. And then they get an onside kick, surprise bloop, which we actually worked on it and thought they would kick it over that way. We don't make a play on that. They always had that one guy flexed out there with 4 guys in tight and 1 guy out there. Something we talked about and didn't execute properly. And then we give them a short field and a sudden change. And probably the biggest disappointment was the switch route they ran and on a 2-play series. And that's that can't happen. That didn't happen all day. And we've got to try to avoid that. But it's a win against a good football team that scores a lot of points. And I thought with their starting quarterback in, it was going to be a challenge throwing the ball because he's a good quarterback. I think he can play at the next level. But give them credit; they made some plays. They didn't quit, which we didn't think they would. They didn't quit last week against Louisville, so we knew there was going to be no quitting them. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
The throw on 3rd down at the end of the game. Whose call was that? Because usually teams would run it there to try and run clock down, maybe get the first down, and then take a knee. But throw it on that play. That's a gutsy play call.
Yeah, it is. It is. We weren't going to get caught up to run it up in the middle again and punting it, and we wanted to finish the game. And it was Coach Canada's call, and I agreed. He said, "You want to go for?" He said, "You want to go for the touchdown, or you want to run it up in there and see what happens?" I said, "I want a first down. I want a touchdown." And so it was a heck of a call by Coach Canada and the offensive staff. We got that time. We did get the coverage we wanted, and it was execution. And between that play and Scott Orndorff's play, and then at the end, Maddox finishing the game off in a victory defense. And the sack before that was huge because really they were throwing the ball pretty quick early in the first half. Second half they started hanging on to it a little bit longer. But I bet you we didn't blitz probably 10 times today just because the ball was coming out so quick. But we were able to get a great call with Coach Conklin with a blitz on 3rd down, and then got him to 4th down and long, and then iced the game there. So. Execution was good in the last 2 drives. I think our offense only had 3 drives in the second half. We also had a missed assignment on a fake field goal, which we thought was there. We didn't execute that one either. So another critical play in the game that we can't do in a big football game.
With that Wade play at the end of the fourth quarter, what's your philosophy on when he has all that open field? Would you rather him take the points, or would you rather him fall down?
I would rather him fall down, but the sideline was so open that I probably would have taken it back too. So it's a fine line, but it was just so wide open. It was a great pick, and normally we'd like to take a knee. I told the guys afterwards we'd like to take a knee, but it was so wide open that it was like, we needed that. Avonte Maddox needed that play, and that was fun to watch.
Were some of the defensive problems at execution, communication, or just?
you know, a little bit of both. You know, I didn't like the coverage we were in. We had practiced a different coverage on that second down play, and you know, they just, you know, Seven's a good player, and he got up. You know, it was just kind of a switch route, almost a, you know, slant and go. And during the week, you know, we had played a little bit different coverage to it, and our backers really double teamed him with the corner, but you know, the corner switched it off with the safety, and, you know, and T-Webb got caught on the vertical route and didn't play it well.
Just to clarify with Jordan, it was injury that kept him out tonight.
You know, like I said, I'm not gonna tell you anything. I guess, you know, I don't talk about that. Craig, you're always digging. Where's my shovel? I told you bring me a spoon and a shovel. You know, we're not gonna talk about that stuff.
Pat, how much did not having Jordan affect any changes you were thinking about making coming into this week?
Not at all. I mean, it had no effect at all. You know, we got great confidence in Reggie. He's worked both sides, field and boundary, and you know, we feel like we've got 3 starters back there. He did a heck of a job, and you know, I'm happy with the way, you know, Reggie played. He did a nice job. You know, Shantez got just a little bit different. You know, I think you guys heard back in spring ball, you know, everybody talking about him, and you know, he started off slow the year, and you know, I won't get into that either, Craig. But you know, he's feeling healthy. He's got a little different gear you see out there, and you know, James was hunkering up in there, and you know, Shantez got a little bit of juice in there. So it was good to see him. It was good to see French on a nice, you know, spin move. You know, him getting an opportunity to get the ball in his hands as well. He's, you know, trying to back up Quadri on some of those jet sweeps, and it was great to get another rookie in there and make some plays.
Is that a feel thing with the running backs? You go in saying James is going to go first, then Moss is going second drive. What do you got?
Yeah, it's a feel thing. It's kind of, you know, I mean, you can watch how Shantez hits it up in there, and he's just got a little bit different, you know, running style. And you know, you saw it last week when he got in, and he was effective, and you know, James was effective too. You know, George Ashton's effective too. Just, you know, we just got it is a feel thing for sure.
Particularly frustrating that they were able to run the ball a little bit more effectively in the second half.
Yeah, and again, that comes to you know, alignments. That really frustrates me. And that's at, you know, third quarter. You know, go ahead and throw it up there, but don't let them get two-dimensional. That's what they got. They got two-dimensional in the third quarter, and you know, and again, it was just a, you know, we'll go back and watch the tape for sure, but there were some little things that, you know, we hadn't done in the past. You know, whether we were feeling comfortable and feeling like, but that's something, you know, we got to learn how to finish that third quarter. It really drive me nuts.
Are you still watching James's workload closely?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. And again, it'd be different if we had James and nobody else. But you know, you've heard us talk about the stable we have back there, and Quadri Olson's getting a lot of snaps in there as well. But you know, we're going to keep an eye on him. We got to keep him healthy. You know.
Talk about Shantez, Pat. You know, obviously he had a big day, getting almost 100 yards there, and you had Trey and Murray's got their first career touchdowns tonight. For you all seeing those younger guys have that kind of an impact on offense as a staff, how encouraging is that?
It's really encouraging. I mean, you want guys to step up and make plays, and you know, Quadri's, he's been a horse, and to get, you know, French, you know, we decided to take the red shirt off 2 weeks ago because we felt like we needed him, and you know, we were trying to save him, but you know, we felt like we're, you know, wearing Quadri out a little bit, you know, with kickoff returns and punt returns and all the work he's getting there. So it was good to get him, and you know, Trey had some nice sweeps and a couple nice catches. It's good to see Matthews get a catch today. So we got some young guys playing on offense and making some plays. And you know, the best thing is we made plays when we needed to at the end. In the fourth quarter, we had guys. You know, we had Nathan was, you know, he was throwing darts out there. We got guys catching the football, and that's good to see. I told Coach Cannon in the locker room, just going around congratulating all the players and the coaches, and you know, we threw for more yards than we rushed today. That's unusual. But you know, our guys made some plays, and you know, and we lost. You know, James drops a big one. That could have been a gigantic play. Could have been a touchdown, but I think he was looking to score the touchdown instead of catching it first. And he's got some unbelievable hands, but you know, something we'll learn from.
Do you have more corrections to make after this game than a typical 2-touchdown win?
No, you know, we have corrections every week. I mean, that's our job. I mean, there's a ton of corrections to make every week. I mean, we, you know, we'll continue. That's I've never been in a, you know, on a football staff that you didn't make a ton of corrections, even when it's good. You know, well, I'm sure that last play, Avante gets an interception. I'm sure there's someone messed up, and we're going to correct that too. Matter of fact, I can tell you, Juan rushed on the outside. We wanted him to rush inside. He took the edge, and we want to take all inside lanes out of the quarterback and force him to get outside. So, you know, we're going to, you know, that's what we do as coach.
We'll take one more, and then we'll get to our players.
Development of Jester,
I'll get you two.
how does that change things for your offense to have that downfield threat that's now, people see it, it's on tape?
He's explosive. He's fast. He's strong. It's different. I mean, we talked about the absence of a Tyler Boyd and a playmaker, and I'm telling you what, that 3rd down and 4 slant that he had when the guy was like this on him, that was another huge catch that he had, in traffic, right on our sideline. I mean, so there was, he's not only making the deep catch, he's making the short, slants and whatever it may be, the 3-step stuff that great receivers do. And we had all the faith. I mean, he had 7 great catches today for whatever, and we got a lot of confidence in him. He's got a lot of confidence, as I think you've heard him say. Last question up there. I don't want to.
Was the question.
Oh, hey, no more questions then.
I was just going to say, how do you think you could continue to get big plays from Jester Ware in the future?
How do we think we can do it? Just keep executing. Keep setting things up for him. And we wanted that matchup with him on number 3, and we put him in the boundary on that play. That was the talk. The timeout. We wanted that matchup, and we got the matchup we wanted. We got the coverage we wanted.